All right, so Adam, I'll kick it off with you. This prototype that you unveiled last night, from a safety standpoint, we're talking about distributed electric propulsion, vast redundancies in the aircraft's architecture, which I know you laid out at this event. How does this compare? This type of aircraft compared to more traditional vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, aka helicopters?
Yeah, well, thanks for the question. So, the industry around urban air mobility is really to help, relieve congestion, but we also want to do it in a sustainable way. And so, as you've seen, energy density in batteries just continue to increase. We've gotten to this point where you can now electrify these vehicles. And when you do that, you can start to add multiple rotors onto these vehicles. And so what Archer has done was built a vehicle that is fully redundant. We have 12 electric motors that, can basically fly this vehicle and can have multiple rotors actually go out mid-flight and still fly completely fine because there's so much redundancy built into these vehicles.
Yeah. Brett, I mean, FAA certification, this is probably the biggest thing investors at least care about right now. How quickly can you get that? How does Maker enable that process? And what will the process in general over the next couple of years entail?
Yeah, it's a good question. And for the last year and a half, we've been working with the FAA on certifying our certified aircraft. And there's a nice, basically plan in place that we've agreed on now with the FAA
so the
to
first
certify.
Thing you know, let's say you're coming back from a weekend trip. There's.
Oh, sorry.
I think we're just showing some video, and it had the sound on it. Keep going.
Yeah, no worries. So we've been working for the last year and a half on certifying our production aircraft with the FAA. Things are going extremely well. As maybe you're aware, we're certified under Part 23 standards with the FAA, which is how you certify a general aviation airplane today. And our goal is to bring these into operations in 2024. The certification process is really about safety, and we have a multi-year roadmap now laid out to design around safety with the FAA. And Maker being at the forefront of our certification testbed efforts with the FAA really gives us a leg up to make sure that we have all the right safety and architectures and making the right decisions as we go into certifying for safety in our go-to-market.
Yeah, Adam, I mean, you've talked about these trips and particularly commuter trips, which I think has gotten a lot of the attention, at least until last night, given the fact that you have deals in places like Miami, this idea of $3 to $4 per mile, and what that means in terms of taking on ground-based transportation. At those rates, are you going to be able to make money?
Yeah, so these vehicles are actually quite simple. So it's not like a helicopter, which is a very complex machine. I mean, these aircraft use 70 to 80% less parts, and they have zero critical parts, which means zero single points of failure, right? So you're not out there maintaining these vehicles all the time like you would a traditional helicopter that could have as many as 200 to 300 critical parts or single points of failure. And so you have considerably lower maintenance, you have considerably lower fuel costs, and you can actually utilize the vehicles much heavier because they're not just in maintenance mode the whole time. And it just allows you, while also using, a ride-sharing network to just actually create a very economically viable business, even at those prices.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.